Good day, grade 8s. Welcome back. We are looking at the number system. We are on video 2, day 2, addition and subtraction of whole numbers. Remember, this resource is copyright protected. Right, let's look at a few things that we need to revise. You've done estimation before, where you worked with mental skills, where you had to calculate in your head, and some rounding skill was used to determine the answer to the appropriate degree. For example, when you worked with 677 and you had to add 638 to it, you would round 677 to 700 and 638 to 600. You would add them together and you get 1300. Then, however, when you add them together, you will see that there is an error of 15. You are 15 away from the correct answer, but it brings you in close proximity to the correct answer. Then there's approximation, rounding off close to the actual answer, but not completely accurate, using an easy number like 767 plus 829 could easily be rounded off to 800 and 800, and then you get an error of 7. Then you also learned of compensating, and compensating is when we remove a value from the one but add it to the other or subtract from the one. For instance, in this instance and regard, if we add 14 to this number, then we must subtract 14 from our final answer. So if we take this number and we add 400, it's relatively easy to say that the answer is 3,835. Remembering that we added 14 to round this to 400, we still have to subtract 14 from this answer. Alternatively, we could add 14 to this number and subtract 14 from this number, which also takes me straight to the correct answer. That is using compensation to determine your answer. When we work with addition and we have the number 3,467 and we need to add 2,579, there's different ways of doing this. For example, you can say 3,000 plus 2,000 is 5,000. 400 plus 500 is 900. 60 plus 70 is 130. So we've got 1,000 that is carried, so we've got 6,000. 100 carried, the 100 makes the hundreds. 900 become 1,000. So 1,000 is carried, so it is 6,000. And then 7 plus 9 is 30. So when we add them all, we could find a method 1 that we generally would add together. 7 and 9 giving me 16. The 60 plus 70 gives me 130. 400 plus 400 gives me 800. And 2,000 plus 3,000 is 5,000. Add them all together. 6, 4, 9, 5. One method. Or we can list it as thousands, hundreds, tens and units. Add the units together. 7 plus 9 is 16, carry 1. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 7 is 14, carry 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 4 is 9. 2 plus 3 is 5. Different ways and still getting the same answer. So when we do subtraction, it's different ways that we can subtract 7,763 minus 5,341. We could decide to subtract the units from each other first. 3 minus 1 is 2. 60 minus 40 is 20. You could say 700 minus 300 is 400. And then 7,000 minus 5,000 is 2,000. Now I could add all these values together and I get 2422. Alternatively, I can list the numbers in form of thousands, hundreds, tens and units. 7,763 minus 5,341. Now I go about by subtracting 3 minus 1 is 2. And if it was insufficient, I would have borrowed from the tens. 6 minus 4 is 2, 7 minus 3 is 4, and 7 minus 5 is 2. Trust adding and subtracting is not a problem for you at this stage. Just a few things to consider. Estimation assists you in guessing what the answer can be, to have a more or less idea as to what the answer must be. Addition and subtraction are inverse operations, meaning the inverse operation of subtraction is addition. The inverse operation of addition is subtraction. Important to remember, when doing calculations of whole numbers, make use of the column method. Compensation can be used when doing subtraction. I'm sure, as previously illustrated, that your teacher has given you copies of these activities for homework. Please do try them on your own. I recommend to press pause so that you can copy them down if you do not have a copy. When the screen changes for you, you can always rewind to see the sums again. So, at this point, press pause and try the sums on your own before you reveal the answers. I trust you managed to do all of them. The answers will be flashed momentarily, and you can always press pause to see them again, or rewind, or fast forward to get to the point where we are. Here is the answers for the activity. I trust you got them all right. If not, you need to practice more. Grab some exercises from the textbook. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it useful, please share with your friends. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. This will alert you when new content is uploaded. For further assistance, do not hesitate to contact me. My contact details are listed above. Thank you and goodbye.